Welcome back to The Big Show. It's Alex Belfield in the morning, BBC Radio Leeds. Now, with me is a member of one of the world's first boy bands. Yes, they consistently reach number one, not only in Britain, but all over the world. In Europe, North America, Japan and Australia. And have to this date sold around 300 million albums around the world. That must mean that Les McKeown is a very wealthy man. Hello.
Hello there, how are you doing?
Will you lend me a fiver?
No problem.
Your manager, he ripped you off, did he?
Oh, God bless his cotton socks. He probably needed to steal all our money to pay for his love of satin sheets.
That's what it was.
Yeah, very expensive back in the 70s. You know, nowadays you can buy them from Argos, Tesco and all that stuff, but back in the day they were, what, £10,000-15,000 for one well-made Egyptian satin sheet.
Do you have any idea roughly how much money he took out of your coffers personally?
You know, it's just kind of unknown. Nobody has any idea really how much he tea-leafed out of us, because he was always doing dodgy deals, cash deals, backhanded things, you know. So we don't really know, but his personal fortune would reflect possibly the amount of money that he thieved. So, you know, over 6 million quid.
He's of course now dead, so we can talk about it. 300 million albums. I'm guessing you've got to have made at least 300 million quid, haven't you?
I have. I've got it in my back pocket right now. And what's your address? I'll send that fiver up.
How does it feel to know, though, that you were working hard, doing all the hard work, and this man basically took advantage of you because he was sorting out the finances? It's not nice, is it, at the very least? Well,
he was sorting out the finances, but he just wasn't sorting out our finances. You know, for many a year I felt quite bitter about it, but was unable to do anything about it because at the time of signing contracts with Mr. Payton, we signed also, he had our power of attorney because we were young kids. Of course, nowadays that kind of contract would be thrown out of any court because you could possibly do that without you consulting people's parents and all that kind of stuff. More than likely the contract was illegal anyway, but it gave him the power to open and close our bank accounts, put money in it or take money out of our bank accounts and such like. And of course we were living in our little bubble, having a great time, must say, just absolutely ball on the road, singing to thousands of girls who absolutely loved us and threw themselves at us morning, day and night. That part was occupying most of the left and right hand side of my brain, so I didn't have time to think about money.
How fun was it during your heyday? I mean, was it as hedonistic as it gets?
It was, yeah, very, very hedonistic. You know, you would like the most sought after guy on the planet type of thing, you and your mates, and everything came ready and willing, you know.
And you could have anything in those days, stay in the best hotels, presumably fly first class around the world.
We did, yeah.
And then one day you wake up and you're not, and you can't, and you haven't even got the money to do it because your boss has nicked it.
Yeah.
When you came down from that high, what was your life like?
It was a long time on falling down those stairs all the way down into the basement of life. But you know, it's a tough knock, but it's something that happened and to me, and it happened to the other guys, I'm sure, to various degrees. Everybody handles it differently.
Is it a price worth paying?
I would say that in my life in particular, I think it was rather cruel the last 10 years, well, going back 5 years, the last 10 years before that, but I'm not sure if it's something to do with the basic roars or if it's just part of me not being able to deal with life at certain points of my of getting older, if you know what I mean.
They've now done the musical story of the Bay City Rollers. It is going to be on February 19th at the Picturedrome. That'll be in Home Firth. Seeing your life up in pictures and the downsides and the upsides, what was that like?
It's just part of growing up. You know, we've only got one life, and I think what happened to me was I was bottling things up that had happened to me in the past that were possibly damaging my my outlook on life, and were certainly damaging my health and causing me to drink more and do a lot of things that were bad for my health. And so I had to do something about it. In August 2008, I did. I completely stopped drinking, went into rehab and reevaluated everything and trying to now put everything back on a positive spin. The Rollermania show is an example of the rehab, what do you call it, philosophy of turning everything on its head. But forget about the negative, throw away the negative, replace it with the positive and see how it goes. And it's been working for me. It's been great because I keep thinking positive now. I've got this positive show, Rollermania, which talks about only all the positive things that happened in those few years we were at the top and we turned the world tartan.
All right, we're going to come back next, talk more Bay City Rollers, and you can see the show February 19th at the Picture Drome in Holmfirth. We'll take a piece of music and we'll come back next with Les McKeown.
Thank you.